subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Carol, what's up, man?
Nothing. I just wanted to let the person speak if he had his hand raised first. But I will say I'm kind of new to spaces, and I'm a white woman. Yes.
Hmm.
I do find black spaces more comfortable for me because I've tried white spaces, and I've tried neutral spaces, and even liberal leaning um spaces that are mostly white are still like carrying racist ideologues.
That's all. That's literally all they do.
And it's so upsetting to me, but I do want to be allowed in black spaces but not be the center of it. I'm not trying to do that, but I do understand why you might not want us in here. And then I went into a right leaning um space just to see, and it was like shocking to my core, even though I'm a white woman in Missouri. They call themselves ethnic Americans, and only white Europeans can be ethnically American. Native Americans cannot be ethnically Americans. Mexican, Latino people who were definitely here before white people cannot be ethnically American. And I just, and they kept like saying stats and putting up like things in the board, which I don't always know how to see, but I would somehow, like, I would like ask and they would send me messages because I'm new to this, and they would never have a link. They're just like bullshit stats. And I understand why you may not want white people in here. But I do want to say that I hope that we can maybe and it has to come from our side mostly, but gain some trust in the community so we can be a community, because I think we have like-minded views and goals. And I was, yeah, I just, it's very upsetting to not find, and maybe it's because it's Twitter, um, to not find a space where I can debate ideas and not debate whether or not someone is worthy of having an idea. Does that make sense?
The thing is, we don't have a problem with white people coming in these spaces at all. And I remember you've been in the space before. You've been here before. So yeah, we have white people all the time. So we don't have a problem with them coming in. But that whole ethnic American thing, that sounds interesting. So it was a bunch of white, sound like what, right wingers, white,
Neo Nazis, I would say.
okay, and they were saying that they are ethnic Americans.
Ethnically, they say they're ethnically American. I'm like, how are you an ethnic American? I don't. I just and one of the reasons they said, and this has not been a space where this has been a problem, but I do understand when I go into a black space, because I just don't even know. I just open a space and see what's going on, right? And then they don't like that a white woman is in there, and I have to kind of understand that whenever they're seeing this type of thing coming in, like, oh, I'm a liberal white woman, but then they say racist shit.
Hmm.
um I have to understand that. I have to, it's not my fault. I'm not gonna, like, I didn't do it, but I have to understand where they might be coming from.
Yeah.
But no, they're, the weirdest thing they said was is that, like, no ethnic American is what, again, how they say it, which is white Europeans, um, come in and and don't assimilate to America. And they're not flying their own country flag. And I'm like, have you never been to an Irish or an Italian neighborhood? Like, that's
I'm
what they do.
trying to understand the whole ethnic American.
It took me a while to understand, and I still don't think it's not real. It's a bullshit thing,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, that don't, yeah, you immigrated here, but you ethnically from another place. Yeah, that don't make sense.
It makes no sense,
Right.
but they think that they're the only, if you're a white European descendant and you're an American, then you have the right to be an American and you're ethnically American. But nobody else has the right to be ethnically American. So if you're a Native American, if you were here before anyone came and claimed this country, if you were a slave and you were born here, if you were part of Central America that should have been, or the lines change, that's not ethnically American.
Okay.
To them, it's only white Europeans.
Mhm.
And one of the reasons they stated is because they're not flying their flags
Okay.
of their home, of like their heritage. I'm like, well, that's just factually untrue.
Right, right, right. Let me thank you, dear. Thank you. Let me touch on some of that. 'Cause, that sounds like some white supremacist gibberish that those guys would say, that you're white and you're ethnically American. That's horse shit. Okay. Let's be clear. Let's be very, very clear. Foundational Black Americans, we're the people, we have the oldest continuous bloodline on American soil. The root word and the key word is continuous. We have the oldest continuous bloodline on American soil. We come from the people who were here before the US was even a country. You understand? W- There were Black people here documented who, going to the 1500s, this is in most European documents, but even before then, there have always been Black people here. Now, white people, they came voluntarily generations later after the US was founded. You see, we're more American than the white supremacists. The foundational Black Americans, we built the physical and economic foundation of the United States, from White House to Wall Street, the infrastructure, all of the economy, cotton, tobacco, railroads, ports, all of that was powered by foundational Black American labor. There is no America without foundational Black Americans. We've proven that over and over. There is no America without foundational Black Americans. Um, these white supremacists are not no ethnic Americans. They inherited what was already built through blood, sweat, and tears from foundational Black Americans. And also, many white Americans only became American in the damn 20th century. Most white immigrants, Irish, Italian, Germans, Polish, Jewish, all of that, they didn't arrive till the late 1800s. Yeah, most of them didn't get here to the 1800s. All these other groups. We fought in the damn American Revolution. It wasn't all of these other European different ethnic groups from Europe fighting in that. Yeah, there's still people still living in Europe. They were granted whiteness a little bit later because of the Anglos gave them a pass. But look, we earned our foundational Black American identity through basically generations of sacrifice and struggle. We, foundational Black Americans, ladies and gentlemen, we are the only ethnic group born directly from American soil. You understand? We, foundational Black Americans, we had a straight up ethnogenesis here. We became a distinct ethnic group on U.S. soil. Yeah? Through centuries of cultural, spiritual, and social development. See? I said that's why I reject the whole lost African thing. Yeah, we became a whole new group, not immigrant based. You understand? Our identity is indigenous to the American experience and the Constitution and America's moral evolution. That's written in our damn blood. Foundational Black Americans, see, we've shaped America's laws directly. We've shaped the culture. We've shaped the moral conscience of it, from abolishing slavery to civil rights to just defining democracy itself. Look, every major American transformation, the 13th Amendment, 14th Amendment, 15th Amendment, Civil Rights Act, Voting Rights Act, feminism, that comes out of foundational Black American agitation, resistance, and vision. You understand? The idea of America as a land of justice and freedom, that's due to us pushing that line, pushing this country to live up to its ideas. Somebody had to enforce this shit somehow. That's been us. All of the principles of what America is supposed to be, we have been the only one, the only group consistently pushing that shit. That's either the truth or a damn lie. We've been the only ones. The white supremacists, they'll sit up and say that shit, oh, America, 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 and then turn on America at the drop of a damn hat. That's what the Civil War was about. They turned on the country. They were like, we're going to split this shit up and have a white supremacist nation called the Confederacy. Hell, all of these people thumping the flag and all of that, if you do something they don't like, they go do a J6 riot. They run up in Congress with pitchforks. Yeah, they'll turn on this country at the drop of a damn hat. I don't care about the principles of what America is supposed to represent. We've been the ones pushing that line about equality and everybody being born equal. The folks writing that shit had slaves. So they were promoting an ideology that they didn't really have. We had to enforce that. We had to say, hey, man, come on, man. Y'all going to act right with this 13th, 14th, 15th, 15th Amendment. If all men are created equal, enforce that shit. Now, we're not going to do that separate but equal stuff. No, just the fact that it's separate means it's not equal. If it's equal, give me that. All this colored water fountain bullshit. No, 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 no. I gotta go pee and go in another door. Damn that. We'll burn this bitch down and start over. What you want to do is that. You see, we've been pushing that line of justice and real democracy. Foundational Black Americans are the true Americans. It was our good FBA sister, Grace Wisher. People talk about Betsy Ross sewing the one of the American flags. I think that Spirit of 76 flag. They talk about Betsy Ross, but people don't want to talk about Grace Wisher, the foundational Black American girl who helped sew the Stars and Stripes flag that we have now. There was a foundational Black American girl who was the initial seamstress for that. So we've touched all areas of this society and the culture. We were the ones who created Memorial Day after the Civil War. These people were mad at each other, the white supremacists. They were still pissed off at each other. We said, no, we want to honor the people who fought in this war. We're going to do a memorial praise and tribute to them. That was foundational Black Americans doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to keep it a buck. Miss Paris, hop on, dear.
Hi, how are you today, Tariq? How
Good,
you
Paris.
doing?
How you doing, beloved?
Good. I want to piggyback on what the young lady was just talking about. We have a lot of these immigrants here in New York. You know, they're second generation immigrants. I guess maybe their parents came through Ellis Island, and they don't title themselves ethnic. I don't know what the title she was talking about, but they are very racist. They look down on African Americans, and they feel that they are the true Americans. And this is something that I experienced over and over here living in New York, particularly with the Greek community, Italian community. It's true. You know, they feel that they're better. And it's just it's a whole, I guess, a whole ideology, the way that they think. And someone has a hot
Huh?
mic on.
Oh,
Huh?
Shameen, turn it down. Shameen,
Yeah.
I'm going to mute him for you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So I just wanted to piggyback on that. And then
Mereka apa kerja?
I wanted to ask you if you ever made it to Sylvia's. I'm sure you've been there
Sure.
before.
I was there, yeah. When I was in New York last week, I was there.
Oh, okay, good. It's much, I mean, it's still the same, but it's much better than what you were talking about in Brooklyn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then did you try Red Rooster
I didn't. I went to
uh,
Sylvia's. There was a
or
place.
Melba's?
I've been to Melba's. Yeah, I went to Melba's, but there was a place in Brooklyn called Waffles or something. What was the name of that place?
I don't know. I usually go to when I get African American, when I get black, if I want soul food, I go to Harlem.
Yeah.
If I want Caribbean food, I go to Brooklyn. That's just the way it is. I don't know which one you're talking about in Brooklyn though.
Yeah, I got to think of the name, but it was pretty good. But you know what? There was
Yeah.
when I was in Brooklyn, I was going to go. There was a like a little quote soul food joint on
Uh-huh.
Fulton Street, I think. And
Fulton.
I went in there, and that shit wasn't no real soul food. Yeah,
No. No, historically Harlem is more African American, as you know from the Harlem Renaissance,
yeah,
and Brooklyn is more Caribbean. That's just the way it is. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
And I one last thing, and I'll let you go. I wanted to know about what you thought, and maybe I apologize if you discussed it already, about what you feel about what President Trump said regarding the holidays. And it is Juneteenth. Well, it was Juneteenth yesterday, but he did say something about we need to get rid of federal holidays. Did you mention that at all yet?
uh,
Or
but yeah, I saw something where he said
okay,
that. So I want to know what context he means. Um, some people were saying that he might have been talking about Juneteenth. I don't know, but he gave props and praise to Juneteenth. The Republicans, they were bragging about mentioning Juneteenth and elevating Juneteenth. So, I don't know. I don't know what he's saying. I do not know. All right. Let me see. Joseph Price in the building. I see you down there, Carol. See, we don't kick you out. You white, you can be in here. We chop it up with everybody. Joseph Price. What's up, Joseph? Mr. Joseph, what's up, brother? All right, Joseph ain't saying nothing. Joseph, I'll give you 5 seconds before I get you out. And let me see. Let me look down.
Yeah, brother, my bad. I'm at work, man. I hit the button by mistake. I'm sorry about
It's
that.
all good. What's on your mind, Joe?
Oh shit, man. I'm over here moving these trucks around in this parking lot right now, bro. I hope you don't hear no background noise, because I'm kind of moving fast and stuff. I'm over here down in
Okay,
Chino, man. Live out in
you out
Chino.
here. Yeah, I do hear some noise.
Yes,
There's a
sir.
little noise in the background. I'm gonna take you down and I get you back up a little later. There's a little bit noisy in the back, so it's gonna be. I don't want the janky sounds going on here. Um, what else here? Okay, TMM. This is this other dude who always asks dumbass questions. Let me get him in here. And he works the night shift. He works at I think he works at SeaWorld. He's a dolphin bather. It's always noisy at his job. Where'd he go? I was gonna get him in here. This nigga bathes dolphins. Um, he bounced. I don't know what happened. TMM, I was gonna get you up, but then you left. I think there was a whale that shitted on itself and you gotta go wipe it up at SeaWorld. This nigga works at SeaWorld. All right. Let me see. Let's see who else we got. Let's see who else we got. Yeah, TMM. This is a dusty nigga who works a real janky graveyard shift job, and he always calls up asking some dumbass questions. I'd like to know, is we the real Israelites? Shut up, nigga. And go over there and give that dolphin a baby bottle, nigga. Go ahead and nurse them damn sea lions. Get your ass. All right. Let me see who we got. We got a lot of people in here. Let's get Jay. Let's get Jay Mitch in the building. Jay to the Mitch. What's up, Jay? Jay Mitch in the building. All right, Jay ain't saying nothing. Jay, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to come on through and say something. And if not, I'm gonna get you up out of here. And let's get Red Cloud.
Whoa, brother, how are you?
Red Cloud, you're not about to come in here with some janky topic that's all over the place. What's on your mind?
No, I need advice.
Okay, what advice on what?
Okay, so I'm feeling kind of anti-Semitic because, I think the Jews are bringing us into a war.
All right, so what?
So, help me out. Help me out.
Why don't you step to the Jews and holler at them?
How do you do that?
And you the one brought them up. You don't.
I don't even know. Yeah, but how do you do that?
You go the way you calling us. Why you calling us telling us about Jews? Why are you not in Jewish spaces?
I asked for advice, dude. Like,
Go to that's my advice. Go to them and give them your grievances. Take
how?
to them. The same way you're doing here now. You whining to us, go whine to some Jews. Arising, what's up, Arising?
Oh, hey, y'all, family. I just want to tap in and say happy Juneteenth to y'all. You heard me? Up late, still celebrating Juneteenth. I'm sorry I missed all the rest of the live, but I just come in. I always hear the BS that they be just spurring out they goddamn dick suckers out they mouth. Just be talking nonsense, y'all. And I honestly feel like it's just disrespectful. You feel me? Like, this is they dedicated to our ancestors. I don't want to hear nothing. I'm out here in New York, y'all, and they got the people out here complaining, talk about some the Kenner of Louisiana trying to shut down a little Hispanic culture month and shit. Baby, it's June. See, we don't got nothing to do with that. ICE ain't shutting down our shit. So why the they want us to be out there trying to fight and jeff for them, and we need to be trying to get our people on the court. Stop trying to soldier hate. Stop telling us about some shit that don't got Nathaniel to do with us. We got other stuff going on. We got storms brewing up in this Gulf. We got Iran trying to come over here and just have this little one shit going on. We got to get our own people together. We don't got time to be trying to play around with y'all and y'all nonsense. Go take care of y'all own people. Go back to Scandinavia. Go back to the Caucasus Mountain. Go back to where the fuck y'all came from. Y'all need to go ahead with all that. We got too much going on right now that we got to focus on, y'all, okay? This is the time we need to be invoking our ancestors, invoking our people.
Yes.
We don't got time to be playing around with the around. Them people is trying to get off us our course. Baby, the summer solstice round is coming up. This is the time we supposed to be out and about with these solar fairs coming around. Let these hoes burn up because they ain't nothing but parasites to this earth. Half they hybrids. They not even natural. They ain't even organic to the planet. And they out here got us sick like a dog, bruh. They ain't nothing but parasites to us. We organic to this planet. They don't belong here. That trying to all your races and all that. Baby, our people ain't let y'all go through nothing. We ain't suffer. We ain't give a about no Anne Frank and all them other people either. They ain't got nothing to do with us and us only. That's all that matters. They said in the Bible already them 400 years of slavery is up. Bitch, that was 4 years ago already. Juneteenth is literally that letting us know, bitch, that y'all found out that you was freed late. You well to the party. Stop inviting all them people to the cookout. They don't belong here. Stop trying to be them friend bitch and we got shit going on for real, for real. I'm sorry to drag it out, but y'all need to hear this from spirit and the great divine. Okay? All right. I love y'all.
You
Okay.
dear. Thank you so much, beloved. Our New Orleans sister. Thank you, baby. Now talking to her makes me want to go and get some Manchus down there in New Orleans. Shit, I got a taste for some Manchus now. Over there in the Treme area. Treme, baby. Oh man. Anyway, man, we've been chopping it up. Man, much respect to everybody. Much respect to you. Respect to the law. Y'all go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Everybody put a little something on it. Descendant, we need white Hispanics to put some on it too. Y'all put some on it. That's hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Everybody put some on it. And then get the book from there. We got a book, Hidden Heroes from A to Z. We also got a movie, microphonecheck.com. Microphone Check, the best documentary about hip hop ever. Great movie. Microphonecheck.com, or you get it on Amazon. Watch it right now. And get your Rootwork deodorant at rootworkstyle.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I am up out of here. Papi Akute, Lola Vuve to the family. Peace.
Dig it. I'm on my way.
Where you going, Rootwork Jones?
There's some musty suckers on the streets. I got to go handle that. I got to split, baby. Can you dig it?
When you need to clean the stank off the streets, you don't call your mama. You call Rootwork Jones. Rootwork Jones is a stone cold dude that keeps the stanky suckers shaking in their boots.
Listen up, chumps. I'm looking for Dolomus. Can you dig it?
Rootwork Jones is getting down to the nitty-gritty, taking on the mustiest sucker in the city.
Dolomust is my name, and staying good and musty is my game. Where is Rootwork Jones?
This is a super soul brother getting rid of the stank. And you can for sure take that to the bank.
Take that, you musty jive turkeys.
When Rootwork Jones is not dealing with drama. He finds time to deal with foxy mamas.
Why don't you come on over here and give me some of that root work, sugar?
Root Work Jones. He's bold, he's bad, and he's keeping the suckers musty mad. Root Work Jones coming to a theater near you. Go to rootworkstyle.com.